Hello everyone, I'm at the Peterborough lift locks in Ontario. Construction started in 1896. It finished in 2004. Before it was a lift locks, it was a canal, and people committed suicide jumping over the canal. Sadly to say, quite a few people. And even during construction, they heard strange sounds like the place was haunted. But one worker, who was named Arthur, died of a heart attack in 1903. After his death, there was strange noises and pranks to all the workers. Some workers got really scared and wanted to leave early. And some workers stayed to finish the construction. After the construction was done, in 1904, they got workers to operate the lift locks. The principle of the lift locks I will explain later. But there is also another story. And another worker fell to their death at a door, and he couldn't get to the bottom. It was filled in concrete. After that, there were strange happenings with that worker. Footprints walking right into the concrete. Strange noises. But nowadays, you know the story of art. And some people know that it's him pranking the guy named Arthur who had the heart attack. And the guy who goes into the page and knows his name is a story of him falling and being covered in concrete has never been confirmed. But art was confirmed. I talked to a guy there his name is Owen. He worked there for 36 years. He says most of the ghost stories are true, but some are embellished. Exaggeration is big, and a lot of paranormal people go to the lift lock and they feel something, the eeriness of it, and the creepiness of it. And they know another story about the wrench that workers couldn't lift up, an old wrench. They found that lifting it up, it took them breaks from the ghost. And sometimes the ghost breaks so much the workers won't quite move or some won't quite. So enjoy me as I talk more about the history. There's more interesting facts that I'll be showing you. Let's walk together. Back in the day, this was actually open, and my friends went in here, and we had a blast. No one ever got hurt, but they figured it wasn't good for kids to come in and enter this way, so they locked it. As you can see here, the people fishing, having a blast. And that's the other one. But they have events at the lift locks too. The events at the lift locks are actually a lot of fun. As you look around, it is gorgeous here. See, right over there is a little museum and a store that is open. during the summer. I haven't been here in years. But when I was a kid, that was there. I say kid because most of my young childhood was spent in Peterborough, my hometown, where a lot of movies that I wanted to see, I had to go to Toronto to see. So that's why I moved there a long time ago. And here's the plaque. Opened in 1904 with a lift of 19.8 meters. This is the highest lift lock in the world and the first of 2 built in North America. Both on the Trans-Savory waterway, it operates on a balance principle. A constant water pressure supports each ram through connecting pipes below the ground. When extra water is lit into the upper chamber, a connecting valve is opened and the heavier chamber automatically descends, forcing up the lower chamber to start a new cycle. Among inventions made on its lift were the use of concrete air-filled seals, drop gates, and cast steel pressure for the rams. Now this is not really open now. Let's just see when they open. It's closed for the season. Oh, important notice. Building is closed for... Oh. Huh. Oh. I have a funny feeling the building is closed permanently. The information there says 1990, that they're open for the season. But again, though, that would make sense because they did not open in 2020 because of COVID. So maybe this is the first year they're going to reopen that, because it has a nice little video of how the lift locks were built. And as I remember it, it was black and white. So here's the building. Parking spaces. As you see, there's plenty of spaces where they have events. They even bring kids here to learn about the lift locks. Many people are fishing because they threw in all those fish I mentioned earlier just a few weeks ago, and they do that every year. In less than an hour, a 10-year-old caught the main fish and won a $1,000 prize. Congratulations to that 10-year-old. And this is 2023. The fishing is back. Now, I fished here, and I have a very interesting story about me fishing here. I was 16, and I fished here, and I had a very bad experience with a cruel man. I'm 16 years old, I'm fishing here, and it's getting dark, and there's some other people here too. And I was down here. I was down here fishing. And there was a few people fishing here. I think I was fishing there at the time. And what ended up happening was I went a little too far in, and there was no stairs there at the time. It was all concrete, so I was trapped. I stepped on a rod by accident. And the guy
got really mad at me. He jumped out of nowhere and scared me. I paused there for a minute because it is a dramatic experience that I still think about every now and then of how I would have dealt with it differently. He trapped me in the corner because there was no stairs here and there was nowhere for me to go. And he demanded my money for breaking his rod, but it was just laying down there in the dark and it was black. I said, I have no money. He says, you're going to give me your ID. I have no ID on me and I have no money at the time. And he says, you're not leaving here. So because I was trapped and couldn't run away, he took my jacket, said he would give it back, and gave me his number if I got $100, because he said the rod was from Europe. The number was wrong, and he kept a London fog jacket worth over $200. Well, there's the tour of the Live Vlogs. Enjoy your day, everyone. And remember, they say 5:30 a.m. is the time the ghosts come out the most, for some reason or another. Check out my Peterborough Zoo walk and many more. Subscribe, like, support. Thank you so much. Bye for now, everyone.